Howdy team. So I'm going to walk you through the notebook that I created for the Origami Cup project, and I'm going to give you some insights on how to effectively finish it and come up with some innovative ideas. So first of all, you download the file off of Schoology, and when you go to your downloads, I recommend just dragging the download from your downloads into your documents. And then you go into your documents and go ahead and drag it into your Gateway to STEM folder. Obviously, my documents are super messy. That's why it's super important to keep it organized. So I have the Origami Cup project, and I'm going to just rename it to have my last name. So Edwards, and then my first name, Ryan. Okay, and now I'm going to open it up. Okie dokie. And so first thing first, you're going to see the warm-up page. And on the warm-up page, it's just asking for just some answers that come to you off the top of your head. There's no correct answer. There's no wrong answer. Let's just look at them together real quick. What are some issues you predict you will have when attempting to use an origami cup to drink H2O? H2O is obviously water. So think about some issues you might end up having by putting water into a paper cup. Second question is, what is one possible solution to one of the issues you discussed? So if you said there would be an issue with aliens stealing your cup because you have water in it, well, what's a solution to that? Now, obviously, saying aliens are going to steal your cup is ridiculous, and that's not on topic. There's no wrong answers, but there are absolutely silly answers that I will not accept. If you look at the bottom, there's a definition of origami on there for y'all. Let's go ahead and go and look at page 2. Now, page 2, this is you getting to make your cup, and you can choose between making the beginner cup or the intermediate cup. The beginner cup, it doesn't stand up on its own, but it is double layered in places, so it's a little bit stronger. The intermediate cup can actually hold more liquid, and it can stand up by itself, but it's super thin on the bottom. So you just gotta make your choice on which one you wanna make. If you wanna make both of them, that's totally awesome. If you have a third version you wanna try out, go for it. After you make it, I want you to take a picture and upload it into this media placeholder. So you just literally click on the media placeholder button, and it will take you into your photos that you take from Photo Booth, and you can just put your photo in there. Okay, moving on to page 3, testing your cup. I have a video of me actually testing my cup, and I'll show you that here in a bit. Or actually, I'll save it toward the end because there's some tools you're going to need in order to properly test your cup. So you're going to fill your cup halfway with water. You're going to hold it over a bowl, and you're going to start a timer on your phone, and you're going to time how long it takes to see a single drip come out of the bottom and into the bowl. Now, it's going to take some time because the water has to soak through the paper and then fall into the bowl. Last time I tried it was about 4 or 5 minutes. I have a hint here. You might want to find a way to hang the cup above the bowl so your arm does not get tired. In the video I'm going to show you, I attached a paper clip and string, and I hung it off of a thumbtack and let it hang there for about 5 minutes until it finally dripped down. Once it drips down, I want you to go ahead and stop your timer and enter how many minutes it took and how many seconds it took. Let's go ahead and move on to page 4, the reflection. So the reflection is actually going to be a video. You're going to be putting in a video of yourself after you filmed it in Photo Booth. There are 3 questions. How could you improve the cup design to hold water longer? That's the goal of this. We're trying to make this cup hold water as long as possible because we want to be able to reuse this cup, and we want to be able to use this cup for a long time. What are some issues that you had that you did not predict? Why do you think paper cups from stores last longer? So come up with your answers. Give me a video and put the video in here, again, using the media placeholder and going to movies and putting your video in there. Let's go ahead and go on to page 5, Innovate. Now this page has 2 assignments on it. First off, I want you to either digitally draw or hand draw your plan for making the original cup hold water longer. So what are you going to do to the original cup design to make it hold water longer? And also, if you want to add on anything to the cup that's going to make it easier to use or more fun to use, draw that in there too. Come up with your brand new design. Originally, our main goal is to make the cup hold water longer, but if you also do something really cool to it that makes it just a better cup in general, I'm going to be super impressed. So take risks here. Be sure that you're going to label all your parts and make sure you label all the supplies you're going to be using to improve this cup. You are free to use whatever supplies you want. The first supply you need is paper, but whatever you decide to do to modify your design, you can do it. It's all you. Second thing, I want you to actually take a picture of the new origami cup that you've created. So you've redesigned it, you've taken a picture and uploaded that picture of your design, and now you're actually going to make it. Take a picture of it after you've made it and upload that picture here. And this should be your modified one. This should not be just a recreation of the original design. It should be how you changed it. So let's say you decided to put sand on the outside of the cup. It would be an actual picture of the cup with sand coating it because you just made a cup with sand on it. Now, I don't think anyone's going to do that because sand's not going to help make the water held in longer. And also, if you drink a cup with sand in it, your teeth will probably end up hurting. Okay, let's go to page 6. This is like page 4. It's like page 3, but it's page 6 because you're going to be testing your innovation, okay? So this is going to be you testing the new cup that you built, not the original cup that you built, but the new cup. So you take your new cup, the new design that you made, fill it halfway with water, and see how long it takes for a single drop to fall into a bowl after you've filled up the cup halfway. Go ahead and put your answer in minutes and seconds here. And then let's go on to the next and final slide. That's our exit ticket. Our exit ticket is basically a reflection. Just like we did with the reflection for the original cup, we're going to be reflecting on the new cup that you made. And the questions that we have here are, why were some of the modifications you made successful or unsuccessful at improving the usability of the cup? Now, usability means the ease with which we use, how easy it is to use the cup, how long you can use the cup. Did it actually make the cup hold water longer without leaking? And the second question is, when designing new products, we usually start with trying to think about what people need. Now, in this situation, we didn't think about what people needed. I told you what we need. We need a paper cup. But I want you to think, I want you to answer the question, is there an actual need for a durable origami cup in this world? Do people need a cup that they could fold easily in this world? And I want you to tell me why or why not. And when you're answering these questions, remember, these are your conclusions based on your experiences. So it's not like your warm-up. Your exit ticket, I want you to spend a little bit more time thinking about what you learned through improving your design of the origami cup. Okay? And you're going to have an entire week to finish this, so it'll be turned in next Thursday. I'm here and available for y'all. Let's go ahead and take a look at the video of how I hung my cup up, and I actually have a video of me catching a couple drips as it dropped down. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So when you have your cup and you fill it with water and then you hold it above the bowl to see how long it takes for it to drip, you're probably going to be actually standing there a long time holding it before it will start to seep through the paper and drip into the bowl. So here's a little trick that you can do to make your life easier. So you just take a paper clip or some type of metal and attach a piece of thread to it. And then you go ahead and open up the paper clip a little bit and just poke it through your cup. And you're going to want to poke it through the thickest part, because when you poke it through the thickest part, it actually will not tear when it gets wet. Like even this part, like I'm having trouble poking through it because it's so thick. But once you get it through, you kind of wrap it around. So now I have the cup on a string. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to attach this string to, you can attach it to like a cabinet handle, or you can attach it to a door handle, or you could attach it to a thumbtack. Right now I'm attaching mine to a thumbtack that I have attached to the board that my phone's on. And so now I'm just wrapping it around, and I'm going to go ahead and put the cup underneath it. And then I'm going to fill this, I put the bowl underneath it. I'm going to go ahead and fill the origami cup now with water, halfway. Okay. Now here's an issue that I'm seeing is it's already starting to spill out a little bit there. So I'm going to have to get a little bit of that extra water out, because it's tilted. And now I'm just going to wait for the water to soak through. And as soon as it soaks through and I see a drop of water in the bowl, I will stop my timer, and that will be the time that it has taken for the water to seep through and the cup to no longer be usable. So this is how I've improved the suspension. I decided to put paper clips on both sides. And if you can see, let's see if we get it, there are drips forming right on the tips. Oh, first drip just came down. And that only took about 4-5 minutes for it to happen. I wasn't keeping track of time. Make sure that you are documenting by using your cell phone. And, you're just got to stand around and stare at it for a little bit. Most of y'all are telling me that you're bored in the first place, so why don't you stare at this paper cup with water in it and see how long it takes to drip. Have a little fun. All right, y'all. So it wasn't super difficult to find a way to support the cup and hang it above a bowl. I know that you are all super innovative. You can come up with your own ideas for that. And when it comes to innovation, like if we go back real quick and look at Innovate, page 5, some of you might not find it easy to come up with a new technique or a new idea or an innovation for the cup in order to make it hold water longer. So I want you to think about what helps things hold water longer. What repels water? What would make it take a longer time for the water to seep through? Are there some sort of supplies that we have that could stop water from passing through paper? Are there things that you've noticed when your backpack's gotten wet? Your papers get wet, but are there things in there that don't get wet? Are there things that we have outside that don't let water stick to them or let water pass through them? Think about umbrellas. Why do umbrellas repel water? What could we use in addition to that paper cup to help keep that paper from getting wet? Think about an idea, throw it in there, take a risk. Okay, I'm here for y'all. Let me know if you need anything.